Hello folks, welcome back to Hermione's Horror Reviews. On this channel I do horror book hauls, horror book reviews of both physical and digital content, and so much more. So I told you guys that as soon as my Nook was charged up, it's charged up. It actually wasn't hard to get it up to 100%. This one here was hard as heck to get to 100%. Alright, so I told you guys, and not very well, that about why I was going to be diverting 99% of my book money to digital content. Because of the fact that, first of all, I don't have a lot of room, and the bottom of my foot is killing me right now. Sorry, I just injected that in there. Because of the fact that I'm running out of room, and also, I just love how compact these readers are, and everything. So this is the Nook Glow Light 4 Plus. This is the upgraded version from the Nook Glow Light 4. Now they have a 4E, which is a more downgraded version of it, which is more like, could fit into your little purse or something like that. I did not want that. I wanted to be able to listen to my audiobooks. That's what I wanted to be able to do, and I can't do that if my e-reader won't support it. Alright, so this e-reader comes in one color, black. So you definitely have to buy a case for it. The only thing I don't like about this case is that it's like your fingerprint, like your oil from your fingerprints get on it. But I guess the point of it is that, that it protects the reader, and and the reader doesn't get fingerprints. Alright, so let me open this up. So unlike the Kindle, the power button is like up here. Now I know the other glow light, the one was like up here somewhere, but this one is here. Now, I know a lot of people have complained that that one thing they did not like about the Kindle was that the power button was here, and it's very easy to turn it off. Well, it's also very easy to turn it on. I have had times where I have accidentally turned my color soft on, just simply a light touch, and it automatically turns on. This one, you have to work for it. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it. So right here, you're supposed to hold it for 4 seconds. Yeah, there we go. So what you basically do is you hold it down for 4 seconds. It doesn't turn automatically on. Then you hold it down again, and it will automatically turn on. So here's the screen. Now, this is an actual e-reader. This is not a tablet e-reader. This is an actual e-reader. Alright, so alright. Okay, so there's my library of books, and right here is what they recommend. Now, the huge difference between the Nook e-reader and the Kindle e-reader is that there will be a lot of recommendations. So the purpose of Amazon's Kindle library is to recommend you books that you have to have, or what they think you have to have. So yeah. So this is just based on the books that either you've already read or might be planning on to buy. Alright. Then down here is your, so here's like your library, and here is the store. So the store, you can only do two things. You can only buy audiobooks, or you can only buy ebooks. Whatever you're currently reading, which is blank right now, because then there's the search, and then there is the account. So yeah. This one does not have ads. I didn't have to spend any additional money to not get the ads. Nook does not believe in ads. They don't believe in trying to sell you something, which is another thing I like about Nook, especially about Barnes & Noble, is they definitely are saying, okay, look, we're not interested in trying to sell you anything, and all that. I'm going to turn this. Alright, so it has like, okay, so there's another Simon St. James book, which I probably will pick up if I happen to like The Haunting of Maddie Clare. I'll just have to see what number it is in it. Here's a second book from the Cleopatra something mystery. Fourth Wing, I've already read that book. So these four, I only one of them I would be interested in. Alright. So let's hit my library. Alright. Here's my library. So finally they did that. So these are all of the books that I own. So yeah, it's interesting. Now, so a lot of people like the old page turn buttons. I don't really use it that much. So like the page turn buttons can also be used for if you want to scroll down your list of books. Alright, and then they have the Nook home button, which by the way doesn't really do much of anything. Yeah, it doesn't really do much of anything at all. So yeah, what I find that I have to definitely do is basically turn off the machine and then turn it back on. But I only do that. If I really have to. I have to like. I have to like, what is it? No, I never have to do that. I never have to do that. But that's just if you are, hold on. There we go. Yeah. But anyways, so generally what I do on my Nook is I will go to my library and then I will see what I haven't yet read. But generally I will just stick with the the books that are like already there. Now, because I turned this back on and I shut it down and turned it back on, it has changed. So, here's the thing. Unlike Kindle, you cannot automatically go back home So once you hit your library, you are basically essentially stuck there because you made the system assume that is where you really want to be. My advice is that if you only go and hit your library button when you have finished reading a book and you want to upload, you want to make available another one. Um, I I'm guessing that the ability to go from your library to your home page is a ability that is only what Kindle can do, which is fine. I'm not upset about that at all. I would only hit the library if I was done with the book and I wanted to read whatever next book that I want to read. Um, they say the battery lasts for weeks. They don't say if you read it only 30 minutes a day, it will last for weeks. I'm just going to assume that the same principles with Kindle is with here. I love the size screen a lot. I really do. I think the size screen is absolutely wonderful. Um, but but I will be clear on this. I don't know if I have to be hooked up to the internet to listen to a audiobook that I've already downloaded. I am actually going to try that feature today and see if I do need the internet to listen to The Red Queen, or whatever audiobook I have available. One of the huge things I love about my Nook is that it is not connected to the Amazon ecosystem. It is connected to the Barnes & Noble ecosystem. And Barnes & Noble has just been nothing but wonderful to me. Their customer service is absolutely amazing. And while I have come to the conclusion that they're not as highly invested in their ebooks as they are in their physical books, which if you're highly invested in physical books and not ebooks, then that's not a problem. I'm willing to take that. I'm willing to take that. So if anybody wants to know what e-reader would I personally buy to get away from the Amazon ecosystem, it would be the Nook. I have had this thing for almost 24 hours, and almost 12 hours, and I am absolutely loving this reader. And I'm going to be playing around with it for, like, you know. Alright, so that is my video for today. I'm sorry if it's a little, I thought I could get back home with it. Like, no. Alright, so I'll see you guys around.